chillax a little bit, and then we'll get into the other stuff afterwards. So, okay. Actually, I'll just say a few words before we start the meditation, because someone was asking for some guidance about doing death meditation. And usually the idea of death contemplation is very simple. You just remind yourself that you are going to die. That's basically what it is. And when you do, if you do that fully, and you have proper mindfulness, and it works, that actually usually is enough. You don't have to do a particularly guided meditation or anything like that. You just remind yourself, okay, I can die, and then you have to make it real. It really has to be like you could die. That's kind of the idea, yeah? So, okay, I could die tomorrow or whatever, and it has to feel, well, actually I could die tomorrow, and the moment you feel that, then it is a bit like the people you see in hospital. You go to hospital and you see someone who has accepted that they're going to die. Sometimes they're very peaceful if they are, a good Buddhist or whatever. And so that is kind of the idea, to, instead of waiting till you are there, making use of that opportunity right now, because we don't know what's going to happen. And so that is really what it is about. And now if you're already having some success in your meditation, you're becoming peaceful, you're experiencing joy, you achieve some degree of stillness, then sometimes you don't need to do the death meditation. You can just do the mindfulness of breathing and just enjoying yourself. So it depends on what you're trying to do. Sometimes the death contemplation can also be used. There was a famous kind of holy man in India, Ramana Maharshi, a very famous one, and he used death contemplation to go into jhanas. So he contemplate death and he goes into jhanas because he let go so profoundly. So it can actually have a very profound effect sometimes. Feel out what it is that you require, and if your meditation is going very well, probably don't have to try it. On the other hand, death meditation or contemplation is someone the Buddha recommended for everybody, because it puts life in perspective. It reminds you what is important, what our priorities should be in this world, and for that reason it's very useful as well. That's just a little bit of background, but we can also try to do a death contemplation. So we're going to try that during this meditation and just see what happens. And the idea is just to learn how to let go a little bit and see what the consequences are. Okay, let's give it a shot and see what happens. Okay, so as always, just start out by just feeling the body, feeling the mind, making sure that you are nice and at ease, you are comfortable, you're enjoying the meditation. So just go very slowly. Always the establishing of comfort and mindfulness comes first, and then comes the meditation proper afterwards. So just give yourself a lot of time. The patient way is always the fast way in meditation. So then, when the mindfulness is fairly strongly established, you have a sense of awareness, the mind is reasonably peaceful, and also it's important when you do these kind of contemplations that the mind is nice and balanced. It is not out of control or something is going wrong, but you feel a sense of internal balance. And if you feel uncomfortable with any of these meditation ways, then please don't do it if it doesn't work for you. However, I think this can be very useful to do some death contemplations occasionally. So just start out by imagining yourself that you are in a room, you're lying on the bed, and you know that these are the last few hours of your life. It's a very simple room. There's nothing of interest in there. The bed is very simple. It's just a thin mattress with some white linen. And you are wearing some kind of white hospital, maybe, garment. And there's nothing of interest in the room. There's no window. The door is closed. And you have said goodbye to everyone. You will not meet anybody from now until the moment you pass away. You're lying there waiting to die. What does that feel like? And just take a note of that feeling, what it feels like, whether you are ready or not. And then later on you can come back to this again. But for now we're going to move on in this process of dying. And the idea here is to remember to make it real. The idea is that it is going to happen one day, and now you are trying it out as if it is happening. You are, for now, you are moving into that mind state you will have when it actually happens. And so as you go through this process, you're lying on this bed, you know that the time is coming closer and closer. And as you know this, you know that you have to let go of this world. You cannot bring this world with you into the future when you pass away. And so the things you have to let go of include everything you own in this world. All these things you owned, but you were never the owner in the first place. It was an illusion, and now you have to let it go. So allow all of those things to drop away. And as you go through this process, you don't have to think very much at all. All you have to feel what it feels like to give things up. Just get into the feeling. What does it feel like giving up everything you own in this world and having nothing left behind? See if you can feel that sense of unburdening, the feeling of letting things be, and now moving on without those burdens. See if you can feel the lightness of the mind as you let things go. And it is becoming very obvious that nothing in this world really matters anymore. Nothing in this world is important. You are going to move on. You're going to leave everything else in this world behind. There's nothing more to worry about, nothing to be anxious about, no problems, nothing to be sorted out. You can let it all drop as you move towards the final moments of your life. And what a wonderful thing it is to unburden all of those things in our lives. the moment of dying comes closer, you also have to let go of all the friends and family, all the people in your life. Now is the time to let them go their own way, and you have to carry forward with your life in your own way. And as you untangle all of those relationships, again, you should be able to feel a lightness inside. Now you're on your own, moving forward into an exciting and interesting future. And again, see if you can experience the lightness and the freedom of being unburdened by all the tangles in life, the tangles of the people around us, all the pushing and pulling. Now you let it all go. It is as if you are moving forward in solitude, moving forward in your own little bubble, content, sufficient in your own. And what a delightful thing that is. And as you come ever closer to your final moments, you realize that so much of who you take yourself to be, so much of your identity is tied up with this world. Who you are in the family relationships, who you are at work, who you are in terms of gender, whether you are wealthy or poor, educated or not. All of these things only have a meaning in this world. Now, then you move on. All of this identity has to be left behind. And just feel how beautiful it is to let go of your identity. What a burden it is to have to be somebody, to live up to something, to be isolated from the world by who you take yourself to be. Let it all go and feel that delightful sense of emptiness within her. Our sense of identity is such a burden. It imprisons you in certain ideas of who you are. And how delightful it is to get rid of those barriers, get rid of those limitations, and just be a mind, a free mind without barriers and limitations. A sense of a delightful freedom that comes from that. And the last barrier to that freedom is the body itself. And as you come even closer to the time of death, you know that now is the time to get rid of the body itself. Let it go. You take refuge in the mind, beautiful, expansive mind, free of barriers. now that you are basically at the very end of your life, there is nothing to hold on to anymore. There's nothing really to think about. There's no future. You don't know what the future brings. There's nothing in this world that really matters to you. The past is all finished, and you are just this disembodied mind, moving on with the qualities that you have built up during this life. That is what sustains you now, not all these other silly ideas that bind you and hold you back. And as this process develops, you realize you don't know anymore whether you are dead or alive. You don't really know what exactly is happening. And you realize it doesn't actually matter. This is not the point. You're just feeling this beautiful sense of freedom as you move forward. Who knows exactly where? And you recognize that this process of dying is such a beautiful and liberating experience. Letting go of burdens, that is what it really means. That is what this process is about. And you wonder, why were you ever afraid of dying when it's such a delightful thing? And as you understand it is because you have lived a good life, you start to feel a sense of gratitude to all the people in the world who have supported you and made this such a beautiful moment right now at the very end of your life. And as you feel that gratitude to the whole world, you wish all the people in the world, you wish them well. May you be well, may you be happy. then just come back to your breath again, and just stay with your breath for a few moments. And as we come to the end of this meditation, again, as always, ask yourself how you feel now. And if you do feel a sense of letting go, of peace, whatever positive quality there is, ask yourself how it came about. What are the causes? What are the conditions that make meditation work? Now is the opportunity to learn something from these little meditations that we do together. Okay, everyone, so that is the end of the meditation.